Saturday night main event is this Saturday, January 15th, and I'm Botch Braden, and I almost botched that promo or intro. I did botch that intro, so we're gonna restart.
Nah, we lit. Leave it in there. Leave it in there.
Saturday night main event is this Saturday, January 25th. I'm Botch Braden. Now let's get into the video. I'm joined today with wrestlereign1 once again. Welcome to the video.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Yes, sir. So getting into into this card, I think it's a pretty stacked card. I like what I see so far. What are you thinking about what we got? We got Gunther and Jey Uso for the heavyweight championship belt. We've got Breaker and Sheamus. We've got Fatu and Strowman. We've got Ripley and Jax, and then we have the of course contract signing between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens.
I'm not gonna lie. I think the card itself, I think it's pretty stacked. I really do.
For sure. I mean,
Uh,
it's a free card. Anybody can watch this thing, and we've got three championship matches, a contract signing, and then we've got Fatu versus Braun Strowman, which is I think
that-
we'll get into it. We'll get into
yeah,
it. But I'm really excited for that match. Um,
I'm trying to.
so
Oh,
we'll
here we go.
start with yeah. I mean, I guess we could start with
No,
Jacob Fatu
no,
and Braun
no,
Strowman.
no.
You don't
I,
want
I
to?
wanna, I wanna wait on that.
Okay, all right. So where do
I
you want
think
to
we
start?
start
Where do you want to
with.
start?
Well, honestly, I think they will go with that to start open the show because I think you would want to have a banger match for the start, and
Right.
I think with them being two of the biggest, strongest like superstars on the roster, I think they will perform well together because this is like a similar to Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed at the time. When they first introduced it, I wasn't behind it. I thought it was going to be sloppy, but they actually worked really good together, and I was like invested in it once it got started. So I think this has the potential to honestly be match of the night.
Yeah, I was. That's what I was gonna say. I think this is gonna be match of the night for sure. I'm excited to see how Jacob Fatu works with somebody like Braun Strowman because we haven't
Yeah.
seen that yet in the WWE. Um, Working with a powerhouse like Braun Strowman. So predictions. Who do you think? Who do you think is gonna take this match?
Jacob Fatu. Like I said, I mean, he's just coming in, and he has so much like superstar power already. It's insane. Like he came
Right.
in, he literally outshined Solo immediately, and I think he's gonna get a big push. I think it's coming now. So
Well, I
I
think
got
that's
Jacob winning.
yeah for sure. I think that's why they waited so long for him to be able to pick up the mic because they didn't want him
Yeah,
to outshine Solo. But I mean, I think he did either way just because of his performances that he was putting
yeah.
on. I think he's well deserved of a solo run. I don't know if he's going to get that singles push or not, but I think it's definitely deserved based on what we've seen so far. So I'm with you. I think Jacob Fatu is going to take this one.
Yeah. All right, so we agree on that one.
So moving into the Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax championship match for the Women's World Championship. I think this all started last night, right at the beginning of the show. Nia Jax
Yes.
attacked Rhea Ripley. Um, Nia Jax then went on
Then
to win her match, and Ripley came out and attacked Nia, and then called her out for Saturday Night Main Event. So it wasn't too much build up to it. I still think it's gonna be a good match. I think I'm in a small minority that thinks that Nia Jax, since her return, has been putting on good matches. So I'm
yeah,
excited for it for sure.
I agree. I agree with you there. I think with her returning, I think she she's starting to perform a lot better in the ring. Like she's not like careless as she was. So, and I think, like you said, she's been putting on really good matches with every superstar that she's been against so far. So, and if I'm not mistaken, haven't they fought before?
I'm not sure, but I don't know. I have to look
I
that up.
remember they was in it might have been a fatal four way.
Yeah, maybe if I don't know if they've fought one on one yet, but and I'm sure they might have. I'm not exactly sure, but
Yeah.
So
But
coming out of this one, do you think Rhea retains it, or do you think Nia picks up the belt?
uh, I see Rhea retaining based off. I mean, she just won it back, and I think we can all agree if she never was injured, I don't think she would have lost it. So
Not as soon as she did. So I'm definitely with you on Rhea's gonna retain. I think it's gonna be a good match, but I mean I don't think it'll be any interferences or anything like that. I think that's all it is to it. Um, so next up we got Braun Breaker and Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship. We've talked about this a little bit before, and I believe you said that you want Sheamus to win. Do you think Sheamus is gonna win?
honestly, not yet. Um, I think with it being that that's the only title that he needs left, I think if he does win it, it would possibly be at WrestleMania on the biggest stage. So I see Braun retaining, but I do see them putting on maybe a 5-star match.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely a possibility.
I just don't see Braun losing it that fast again, just because he just got it back. But yeah, so I'm going Braun retaining.
So, do you think that that Braun carries it all the way to WrestleMania? Do you think that Sheamus is the one that dethrones him, and that's going to be at WrestleMania?
Yeah, I do. I think that's from a fan's perspective. I think everybody wants to see that. So um, I think that's the way you go with it. Sheamus finally gets his big one at WrestleMania. Yeah,
For sure, yeah, I definitely think that that Braun's going to retain. As far as a interference goes, anybody I don't think anybody gets involved. So, last match we have Gunther versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship match. All right, so I'll start. And contrary to what I said at for our Royal Rumble video, I claimed that Jey Uso was gonna win the Royal Rumble. But then, I went to sleep and I was able to sleep on it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I really think that Jey Uso has a high probability of winning this.
see.
I think that it could set up. I think I think it can set up way too much at WrestleMania if he wins it, because you got to think,
Mhm.
if he wins it, Gunther will most likely enter the Royal Rumble. Brock Lesnar comes back. Now we've got Brock Lesnar versus Gunther. Um,
So you think if they do move in that direction, if Brock is able to come back, you think it'll be without a title?
I don't. I mean, I don't see why he doesn't need a title, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he can definitely elevate a title. We've seen that time in and time out, but I don't think he needs it coming in. And I think everybody wants to see Gunther versus Brock. Now,
yeah,
granted, you could still do that Gunther versus Brock at Mania, but how do you get there? Because I don't see Brock winning the Royal Rumble, and I don't see him winning the Chamber. So
yeah.
how would you get there? I think that would definitely solidify Gunther's reign if he could beat Brock at WrestleMania. But like I said, I don't see how you would get there. So I think the most plausible thing is Jey Uso wins at Saturday Night Main Event, goes on to Mania with the championship, and Gunther and Brock have their own separate match at Mania.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go with it too. Like you said, I don't think they necessarily need a title in the match to make it bigger, because just based off the names, we know Gunther can perform at the highest level. Like
Right.
he puts on great matches with any and every superstar that he's been in the ring with. So, and Brock is already a big name in the company, so I don't think they need a title to elevate the match. Um, and I would love to see Jay win the World Heavyweight Championship. Just it's Saturday night main event, like main event Jey Uso. I think it's his time. I think this is where he finally gets it done.
I mean, I think like I said on our last video, I think that he definitely needs it if he wants to be
Yeah,
considered main event Jey Uso. He definitely needs a title around his waist. So like I said, I've got Uso for this.
yeah. I'm gonna have to back you up on that one. I think Jey Uso gets it done.
All right. Well, so that being said, that's all of the matches we have. Um, but we also have that contract signing between Cody
Yeah.
Rhodes and Kevin Owens. There's not much to predict here, but what do you? I mean, is there anything unusual going to happen? Do you think that? I don't know. Is there anything that you have? Do you have any thoughts about it?
No, I think it's just the same old, same old. We'll get, you know how every contract signing goes. It's
Sign a
you get in
contract,
there,
somebody gets
they
shoved, and
yeah,
it's
they talk
chaos.
and yeah. So I think it's gonna be one of them again where they
We do have Shawn Michaels that's going to be in attendance for that. Do you think? Do you think that Shawn Michaels gets hit with a package pile driver?
I wouldn't put it past Kevin Owens to do that just because we all know that he is the heel in this. So and I think it would give him so much heat. I'm for it. I think I would want to see it, but I don't want to see Sean get hurt though. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I, I I think he might. If he's in the ring, then I think it'll happen.
Well, y'all heard it here first. That's our predictions for Saturday night main event. Make sure that you like the video, share it with your friends, comment, hit them with one of them. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.